Good evening and welcome to the Village of North Hudson Public Works Committee meeting of Tuesday, June 17th at 2025 at 5 p.m. Item number 1 is call to order roll call. Dusty,
Here.
Barb,
Here.
and Brian. We're all three here. Item number 2, approve the minutes of May 20, 2025 Public Works meeting.
I move to approve the minutes from the May 20th, 2025 Public Works meeting.
I will second.
Barb said approve.
And Dusty says second. Yep.
Dusty said second. Any corrections or additions?
No.
All right. All in favor of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Item 3, comments from the floor. We got crickets. Item 4. Now, without Matt here, I don't know how we're going to discuss that. So let's just.
We'll have to move it to the next
Yeah,
meeting.
we'll move that to the next meeting unless he shows up all of a
Yeah.
sudden. Maybe he's out doing something and he's racing to get here. Who
Yeah.
knows? Item number 5, review the CIP plan, discussion, possible recommendation. So what we did, if you guys remember, is we looked at the map last time, but we didn't have the dollar sheet. Now we have the dollar sheet. And Kevin is not here. He's on a company event. But I don't think much changed since the last time we looked at that. And we do have 2022 PACER ratings on here. And I thought they had to do that every 2 years. I wonder if they have the 2024 PACER ratings or not.
We'll have to ask Kevin when he comes back.
Yeah. But I don't think, basically, that that needs to stop us from moving this up to the Finance Committee. Now that we got the dollar amounts in here. Any questions that you guys have about it?
So this is the updated one?
Yep.
Oh, because it's 24 to
Yeah.
28. Got you. Because 5th was last. Yep, you got you. 5th and Browns is done in blue. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, I
It
don't.
might be that 2022 PACER rating's just a typo. He might want to have changed it to 2024, but we can ask him.
Yeah.
He'll obviously be here for our next board meeting.
Yeah, and I guess once it's updated, make sure that we put up online.
So what's important about us getting this in ahead of budget time, which is kind of what I've been pushing, is Monroe Street, which is on here. Because as you know, we've already agreed to start the planning process, which Kevin is involved in already.
Getting a lot of calls from residents about that.
You know what?
Flags being put in their yards and everything else like that as well.
They're not to that point yet.
I know, but they're.
It's not even on paper yet.
I know they're still wondering what's going on if all the flags coming
Well,
through.
the flags, aren't they related to the, over by the school?
Yeah.
Because the school's doing construction this year.
I guess.
Sidewalk
Well,
also.
yeah, sidewalk. But I guess one resident, I think, cornered Kevin and asked, and he was just setting up, just to, kind of planning.
Kevin was
design.
out there?
Yeah, the design.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, I didn't know he was doing
but it
anything.
sounds like that they're getting a lot of foot traffic in that area right now in regards to preparation for it.
Oh, well, for the community, since we're on the subject, Monroe Street is due to be built in, is it 2027?
That was
Or is it 26?
26, I think.
Do we got a date?
25, it says Monroe Street and Lemon Street to Helen Street.
Lemon Street to Helen Street. Why didn't he have dates on here?
That's us. Yeah, he has it
Oh,
on
it's up
2025.
above. It's
yeah.
up above, okay.
It's 25.
So Lemon Street and Monroe Street will be done. Well, it's starting in 25,
We're in 25.
but I thought I was told that that was just the planning stages. It's not actually going to get built till 2026.
Which is why that people are walking around doing all the flags if they're planning
As
stuff
far
out
as I
there.
know, we haven't done an RFP yet, or he hasn't done an RFP yet, right?
Not to my
For the
knowledge.
contractors that are actually going to do the road work,
I haven't
sewer, water.
Mm-mm.
So that, we're doing, basically, it says on here for the residents, Monroe Street from Lemon Street to Helen Street, about 1,100 feet. In construction, we are doing storm sewer, it says sidewalk, curb and gutter, and the water main and sanitary sewer. So everything's being done. So that'll be a big project. It's estimated to be how much?
804,000.
Yep, 804,000. And we have grants for that. I don't remember if it's an 80-20 thing. I think it's an 80-20 thing.
Thought so too. I thought he talked about that.
Yeah. And then we're showing Lemon Street, which includes Monroe Street to Webster Street. So that's right in front of the school, right? And that is another 42,250. So all grand total 842, 846, 846,000. So if Cedar Corp is out there and you're seeing them out there, they're in the early planning stages, so they might be measuring stuff, making sure that they've got the right numbers for the plan. But I don't believe it's been sent out yet to a contract. An RFP has been sent out yet for contractors to bid on, so when it gets done, I thought it had to be done by the end of 2026, but we'll get Kevin to clarify that for the grant that we have.
Correct. Yep.
But it's saying starting here in 2025 because I think it takes that long to get, this is a DOT grant that we've got, if I remember right, so it takes a lot longer when the state gets involved. All right, any other questions about any of these other things on here? 8th Street got bumped again, which I've been wanting to fix that forever. But, well, when I first got on the board, we had 2 water main breaks in that thing in 1 year.
Yeah.
And so I put it on the SIP, and it just keeps getting moved because we've had no more water main breaks. But I was told it's pretty old, some of that stuff down there. So I hope that we can get to that sometime. And this is our 5-year plan. I need a motion, if there's no other comments or questions, to approve it. It's a spending issue, too.
Oh, jeez. Move to approve.
The 2024-2028 CIP projects?
Yep. Sorry, 2024-2028 CIP project.
Motion approved by Dusty.
Barb seconds.
Barb second. And it's spending. Barb?
Yes.
Dusty?
Yes.
And I say yes. So the CIP for 2024 to 2028 is done. And moving on to the Finance Committee next. That takes us to number 6, Public Works Capital Equipment Current and Future Budgeting. The wood chipper is on here, which is what we needed Matt for, and he is still not here, so we will postpone that again. Item 7 is chair update. I don't have anything new. If you haven't seen the sidewalk work that's going on, I've been buzzing around the village. It's all over the place.
I do got a question about that.
Okay.
I thought a lot of them were going to be lift, and it seems like they did a lot of, like, I thought some of them were going to be, like, kind of, weren't they going to go in there and kind of foam it? So it wasn't some lifted, but I mean, there's a lot that
They were also doing the cracked ones or the really uneven
Yeah.
ones that were catching people and you couldn't walk, so.
And if they had problems when they were doing the foam thing, they
Yep.
were just taking it out and putting a new one.
Okay, that explains a lot. Because all of a sudden, like, you know, St. Croix Street, it seems like every corner, like, they had to redo them all. And
Yeah,
How long are these cones out there for?
I don't know.
It's been over a week.
yeah,
I don't.
I suppose it doesn't help with the rain.
Yeah,
Nothing.
they have a certain
Cure,
The curing.
curing time
Yep.
in their mind.
I guess we'll find out.
Matt, if you see this tomorrow or if you're watching this tonight, please find out when those cones get removed out there on St. Croix Street.
Well, all the streets.
All streets,
Yeah.
if they, yeah, it depends on when they were done.
Yep.
And how long it takes to cure.
Right.
I remember when 35 was curing, it seemed like it didn't take all that long before they could put a truck on those things.
I'm sure they're, I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm guessing they're just real busy. So,
I think busy and once again the rain.
yeah, and it's kind of been on, off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, any other comments about the,
Nope.
okay, any other future budgeting items in that item number 6 that you guys can think of? Again, that usually comes from Matt, so he'll give us his wish list eventually. All right, chair update is number 7. I've got nothing. Engineer report, the engineer's gone. Item number 9 is director report, and he's not here. Item 10, future agenda items. Got any future? I want to keep the Excel, number 4.
Yep.
And obviously, number 6, so who's ever doing the transcribing, we would need to leave number 4 and number 6 on the agenda for next month somewhere. Anything else you guys can think of?
Nope. I thought the door just opened, so I was going to wait. No, I've got nothing.
Nothing on my end.
Okay. If that is true, that takes us to item 11, and we are adjourned at 5:11.